All right, starting this one a wee bit early, am I? Just a wee little bit. 'Cause I got shit to do. All right, let's hustle through this. Let's get started. Let's get it started in here. Oh, I don't have my. I don't have my. Lights, camera, action. There we go. God damn it. Every fucking time that I think I've got something done properly, I remember that I'm missing something. I just downed a shitload of water and my stomach is what's that feeling when your stomach can't decide if it's full or wants to puke? 'Cause I'm in that range, whatever you want to call that. Okay, Facebook chat, Instagram chat. Whoa. Whoa! That's not right. That's closer. And I can't stream on TikTok because the pedophile pals Ellisons have suspended me for misinformation. Well, I'm literally quoting like fucking reported news articles. Tammy MJ59, welcome. Welcome to Restream. All right, so I want to get started on this right away. So we're seeing the latest news about cutbacks when it comes to water, power, in regards to the billionaire Epstein pedo class, trying to spin it as somehow a problem of socialism. Socialism isn't in charge. You literally have a capitalist fascist in the White House right now. You have more billionaires than ever before. You have the world's first trillionaire. How in the fuck are they going to blame this on socialism? Well, they're going to try, but here are the facts.
Tonight, Corpus Christi's water crisis.
Corpus Christi is running out of water.
That city could face a water emergency within months.
Can you get rich off a water crisis? If you're a company with ties to Texas Governor Greg Abbott, turns out the answer is yes. See, in Texas, all surface water, including lakes and rivers, are legally under the jurisdiction of the state. This means permits for water usage are managed through layered state.
By the way, what system of government is it called where the state controls specific industries? What's that called again? What's that called? Is that capitalism? Is that capitalism? Or is it socialism? Is it communism? So you have these people who are literally saying it's the fault of communism, and they're unrepentant capitalists that are taking the this is oligarchy more than anything else, because you have these industries that have these massive controls of local governments to the point that they can just buy up all the water and they have exclusive rights and we can't change anything about it. And because they have those exclusive rights, they can basically do whatever the fuck they want. So, lo and behold, here we are.
Organizations, all of which are appointed by the governor. This gives the governor immense power in shaping water use. Power that Governor Abbott has used for a decade to pick pro-industry appointees that have handed out permit after permit to big business, largely oil and gas. These include a steel facility, a refinery, and most recently, a petrochemical facility run by ExxonMobil and a Saudi state oil company that's the single largest consumer of water in Corpus Christi, using nearly as much water as all residents combined. Facilities like these have drained Corpus Christi dry, and the city, on the verge of a water emergency, is telling residents, schools, even hospitals to conserve whatever small amounts of water they can.
We don't water our lawns, we don't wash our cars. We need water for bathing, cooking, cleaning. It's infuriating. Like, I boil eggs in the morning and I'll let my water cool and I'll leave it on the stove so that I can go and water my plants. I'm just like, this is so ridiculous.
All while the city's industrial users continue to pump millions of gallons daily through exemptions purchased from the city.
That water is for the refineries and industry.
It's not fair. It's just not fair.
Warned of a drought risk as far back as 2017, Abbott and local officials refused to limit industrial water usage. Instead, they pushed for a costly desalination project, which included a contract with an energy company that's donated $200,000 to Abbott's campaign, and where his chief of staff was previously vice president. But the proposed desal project has been problematic from the start. Its water production is lower than other proposed projects, its discharge would salinate a critical estuary, and its taxpayer-funded construction costs ballooned from $220 million to over $1.2 billion, all while residential water costs increase. Despite this, Abbott did everything he could to back the project, pushing $750 million in state funds to close the deal. When Corpus Christi local officials voted to axe the project, Abbott's office threatened to pull state funding from the city.
We can only give them a little time more before the state of Texas has to take over and micromanage that city.
According to Councilman Eric Cantu, the project has been mired by corruption at the state and local level.
They want this project done so badly, and they don't care who it hurts.
It's still unclear how Corpus Christi will mitigate this crisis, but what is clear is that residents have had enough. A fair water amendment, which would eliminate drought exemptions for industrial water use, has received enough signatures to make the November ballot. In the meantime, voters have elected new city council members ready to take on big industry.
Oh, that's good, Kitty.
We are
I'm really glad you had
citizens
water
of
there.
Corpus
Or rain.
Christi, Texas.
T.
We
Strickland, welcome.
are here to survive, to live, to be happy. We are still here, and we're going to fight.
That's socialism for you. That's socialism with all those big businesses controlling all the water and the local governments being on the side of the big business while the people, the workers, get nothing. That's communism. I'm telling you, that's communism. Wait a minute. Big business against the workers, backed by state government. Bro, is this just capitalism? If MAGA had any capability of critical thought, they would get to that conclusion, because that's exactly what this shows. This shows that taxpayer funds are being given away to these businesses that take tax breaks and take all of the local resources, while the people, in a communist state, in a socialist state, the power resides more with the people than with the government and with the businesses. So it's supposed to be the other way around, and yet we are in the capitalist system where the businesses have all the control of the water. They have all the say in everything. They have all the say in how the government works too, because it's bought and paid for by big business. They write all the checks to their donations. They call all the shots. They get the, they go to the $500,000 a plate fundraising dinners. So taxpayer money goes to these big businesses. They get all the resources. And then you have to suffer, as that lady was saying, you can't shower, you can't cook, this, that, and the other. And meanwhile, once these businesses use up all the resources to the point that the people then suffer, the people are told to conserve. But the companies just gobble it up, just fucking full, like a fucking chipmunk with too many goddamn nuts in their mouth. They just take fucking everything. And the people only suffer more. And then when the people push back, when they try to change the system via local elections, or they try to get stuff on the ballot, the corporations fight back even harder. This is a capitalist system. This is not a byproduct of socialism. It's not a byproduct of communism. This literally is textbook capitalism, and it is failing. That's why every time that capitalism fails, it runs to Big Brother socialism, Uncle Sam with asking for a fucking handout, because capitalism does not fucking work. So then, of course, we have stuff like this. So Mamdani was saying, New York, it's hot out here, there, and the power grid is working overtime to keep us cool. Set your AC to 78 degrees. Turn off lights, electronics you're not using. Unplug what you can. Our city is doing its part, too, maintaining the 78-degree rule in our buildings, dimming and / turning off our lights during peak electricity demand, asking private partners to do the same, and powering down non-essential equipment. A stable grid means the AC stays on and lives are saved. Let's ease demand and get through the heat together. So, first of all, this 78 degrees was set in, if I remember correct, 2019 by Trump. Because remember, Trump was in the White House then. Trump, fun fact, was also in the White House during COVID when everything went to shit. So as much as the MAGA pedo party tries to blame it on, liberals and Biden, that shit preceded Biden. So eat shit. So this is not a one-way street for him. He's doing the exact same thing. He's leading by example, asking people to do the same thing that the government is doing. He's not asking for special privileges. And yet, what happens in Corpus Christi with pedophile supporters like Greg Abbott, Ken Paxton, all these people, hell, a Republican was just now saying he doesn't care about the conservation. He doesn't care about affordability. He's still eating his steak and lobster dinners. They don't care. Nobody hates believe me, I hate Republican voters a lot. But nobody, and I mean nobody, hates Republican voters more than the people that the Republicans vote for to get elected. So then, Nikki Haley saying, welcome to socialism. This was literally a policy under Trump. Is Trump a socialist? Is Nikki Haley calling Trump a socialist now? So then, of course, there's this. All South Carolina residents, please make a special effort to conserve energy by turning off non-essential lighting and appliances on Thursday and Friday mornings from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. We're going to experience the coldest weather of the season with wind chills near 0 degrees. We also ask that you set your thermostat at 68 or lower. By doing these things, it allows us to all come together to avoid any power outages during this time. Our office is working with our energy providers to make sure we are keeping all residents safe. Thank you for doing your part. Got her! Socialists! Socialist Nikki Haley is asking Americans to sacrifice their comfort so that she can have her steak and lobster. When do we riot, people? Where's my khaki shorts? Where's my khaki shorts? I want to get out there and I want to stop this communist socialist Nikki Haley from telling me how to keep my house warm. Again, it's a capitalist system that is failing because a pedo party run by idiots like Donald Trump don't know what in the fuck they're doing. Speaking of MAGA pedophiles, I think we have one in the chat. Robert Hyland! MAGA pedofarter, pedofarter? MAGA pedofarter, Robert Hyland-R6T is here in the chat again. I have the AC set to 65 and the socialists can't do anything about it. Mayor of New York wants the AC set to 78. So there's two things about this. One, it shows that he's a fucking moron because this was Trump's policy, asking Robert Hyland to do the same thing. Robert, would you set the AC to 78 if Trump told you to? Because if you would, you're a socialist. We got him. We got his ass. Not only is Robert Hyland a pedophile, he is a MAGA socialist. Oh my God. Oh my God. Red, white, and in the ball pit at McDonald's. Nope, he says, you're a fucking liar. You pedophiles always say this shit, and then you flip-flop the moment Trump asks you to do it. Now, it also shows another second thing here, is that Robert Hyland is an incredibly selfish, evil person. He's saying he doesn't care whether other people live or die, right? He's still going to live in his comfortable little 65. Hold on, did you say 65? You set the AC to 65? Are you a fucking penguin? Bro, you set your AC to 65? God damn, brother. You don't even have room temperature water. You got fucking icicles coming off that shit. You got condensation on that water. That's fucking ridiculous. So it shows the evil of the selfish evilness of the MAGA pedo party like Robert Hyland, because they don't care. Like people in hospitals that now suffer because of blackouts, they don't care. Right? People, old people living in their homes who need ventilators, who need extra electrical equipment plugged in. To, they've got an IV stand, they've got all this medical equipment to power it. They don't care. They can all die. Because the only thing that matters is Robert Hyland getting his petty pedo rocks off with the children in his closet. That's all that matters to these pedophiles. Again, I've said it once, and I've said it again. There is truly no coexisting with these MAGA pedophiles. Because if we were stranded on a desert island with pedophiles like Robert Hyland, he would take all the supplies for himself. And everyone else, fuck him. Fuck him. That's how evil these people are. They have no care for anyone else but themselves. I'm so old, I remember Carter mandated it in government buildings and schools during the energy crisis. Yeah, and there were a lot of pedophiles. Well, maybe not back then there were as many pedophiles, but today, again, Trump told MAGA pedophiles like Robert Hyland to keep their AC at 78. And he was like, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, I got my marching order from my pedo-in-chief. I got to do this. Where's that AC? I want to turn off the TV. I'm going to unplug my microwave. Like, it's just it's the MAGA switch, right? Switch it on, do exactly as told. By an orange pedophile who's never worked out in his life, has failed at every business he's ever had. But then a Democrat gets in charge, listens to actual experts, and wants to keep people other than them and these MAGA pedophiles like Robert Hyland alive. Switch goes off. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that shit. All that matters is my fucking life, my fucking country, my fucking house, my fucking rules. And if other people gotta die, so be it. So be it. I'm gonna get in my Arctic penguin mode and set my AC to 65. I can't get over the shit. 65. You're a fucking lizard, dude. Holy shit. This fucking pedophile is still in the chat. God, he's a fucking creep. Okay, where were we? So Ted Cruz, in a first world country, you could turn on the AC. This is the same Ted Cruz that fled to fucking have, like, where was it? The Bahamas, when there was a winter storm that killed multiple people in Texas. And, of course, Mehdi Hassan has the receipts. In a first world country or state, you wouldn't have fled to, it was Cancun. While a snowstorm shut down your state and, it was hundreds of Texans. Like, we need to bring back public shaming. I'm not even kidding. We need to put these people on a fucking list and make sure that they are not welcome in public society. They come into your restaurant, don't serve them. They come into your bar, 86 them. They come into your fucking bookstore, they never would, they don't read. But if they did, give them a copy of Orwell's 1984. They'd take all the wrong lessons from it, but at least maybe it might open a few eyes. And make sure that they never come back. Don't let them in ever again. I'm not even kidding. We need to bring back public shaming. Everywhere this pedophile supporter Ted Cruz goes, everywhere this fucking dunce Nikki Haley goes, we need to make sure that they are not welcome. And we should hound them everywhere they go. Shout at them that they support a pedophile. And Ted Cruz fled his own state when Texans needed him. Wait until we start having food shortages due to lack of fertilizer and climate disruption due to all the mismanagement of our natural resources. Yeah, Kitty, it's going to be a very scary time because you have MAGA pedophiles like Robert Hyland. Is he still here, by the way, or did he run like a little bitch? God, this pedophile creep is still in the chat. Yeah, and it's going to actually physically be a battle because pedophiles like Robert Hyland are going to hoard all the supplies. They're not going to share it with the community. They're going to keep it only for themselves. And here's the other thing. Not only would they keep it for themselves, they would gorge. They'd sit up in their fucking, tornado shelter. They'd sit down there, and they would just eat all the food out of spite to the point that they're like a roly-poly and can't fucking move. That's the kind of evil that we're dealing with, and I'm telling you, there is no coexisting with people like that. There's just not. So then also this part, welcome to socialism, where the government demands you turn your house into a sauna because they can't plan for the super unpredictable fact that it tends to get hot in the summer. The literal state you represent. The Public Utility Commission of Texas states that people should set their thermostat at 78 degrees or higher during the summer months, but when leaving the house, they should set the temperature to 80 or higher. See, and Robert Hyland is in here saying he wouldn't even do that. In a deep red pedophile supporting state like Texas, he wouldn't even do what the people that he voted for to tell him what to do, he wouldn't do that. I almost went Jack Sparrow on that shit. See, once they're in charge, he wouldn't do the thing they paid him to do and that he voted for, and he tells them to do it, but they won't do it because they're telling him to do something else, and then, savvy? It's just insane. The absolute, I swear to God, all these people, these MAGA pedophiles like Robert Hyland, they just lobotomize themselves. Their brain is like on a hinge. Every time they come into my chat, take it out, put it back down. Yeah, Trump is the best. Trump is the best. I don't care if I lost my job. Trump is the best. And then they go back to their home and they're like, shit, this sucks. Every single time. So, of course, this all comes back to the whole theme, which is capitalism fucking sucks. New reporting reveals that executives from America's 3 biggest egg producers began colluding to keep egg prices high in 2022. Executives from Cal-Maine Foods, Hickman's, and Versova spoke over the phone and messaged to coordinate bids and trading on eggs. While these producers blamed avian flu, they were actively and illegally collaborating to keep the prices of eggs high. This is not the first time this has been reported. This kind of thing has happened over and over and over and over again. Especially we saw it during COVID. During COVID, they realized, hey, we can just blame it on inflation. They're literally caught on earnings calls laughing about the struggle of the American people, laughing about it because, like, you're not going to fucking believe. Dude, I just found the capitalism cheat code, okay? You press enter, you say raise price due to inflation, and people fucking buy it. Oh, my God. You ever played The Sims with infinite money? It's like that. We don't even have to justify it. We can just say, hey, inflation, so therefore pay double the price. It's insane. And you know the best. Then they turn into Dr. Evil like, and no one can stop me. Not even Joseph R. Biden. Wah. 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 That's literally what they did during COVID. So speaking of affordability, You and Ambassador Matt Whitaker.
You know, their attitudes. But yeah, people are enjoying the United States of America because it's an awesome place, and we have extraordinary things like Buc-ee's, like Chick-fil-A. You know, just some very convenient to eat in your car as you're, you know, doing having a phone call. I mean, it's an amazing country, and I'm glad that.
You know what people love about America? Fast food. They don't have fast food in China. They don't have fast food in Honduras. They don't got fast food in jolly old England. They ain't got that. That's the best thing about America is fast food. Because I'll be honest, we ain't got shit otherwise.
People are finally, you know, kind of discovering what real America is. You know, being from Des Moines, Iowa.
Real America is fast food. You heard it here, people.
Places outside of New York and Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles.
Absolutely, but they seem to even like that too.
You know, their attitudes. But yeah, people are.
It's insane. Like, we've gone from being one of the leading entrepreneurial, building the wonders of the world, like the Empire State Building, building an interstate system, having, you know, good plumbing. We went from having that to going to being, hey, you know what makes America great? McDonald's, obesity, and fast food prices rising. That's what makes America great. And Jordan Ohl calls it correctly. Why didn't the ambassador use this opportunity to highlight America's healthcare system, the cost of living, the generous paid time off / family leave policy, or the safety of our public schools? Because it doesn't exist. They literally can't tout these things because everyone with a functioning brain knows that this shit isn't good here in America. And then every time we're trying to make things better, if you want to make things better, oh, I got another burp coming on. Never chug a cherry Coca-Cola before speaking. If you want good stuff in America, you know what you got? If you want to make things better in America, you know what you should do? Move to the places where things are better. We want to be little truffle pigs and just go down underneath the table of all the billionaires. And while we're down there, yeah, we lick their boots. We lick their boots. We lick their boots, and sometimes they give us a little pat on the head. Most of the time, they just shove a little chip scrape under there, and I hoover that shit up. That's what we're dealing with here. Roberts' cult leader gutted the entire consumer protection division of the government. So yeah, right the price and yeah, exactly. They're gouging consumers, and we can't even convince capitalist economists who are, you know, centrist or more left of center. Again, Catherine Rampell is one of my favorite economics people on, you know, in the public sphere, one of the better commentators out there. And even she won't acknowledge this very simple fact that we have price rigging. Like you said, Kitty, it's rigged. They'll ignore this data and they'll just say, I can't even remember what her argument is, but it's basically just like, oh, well, you know, inflation due to supply chain. No, that was a bunch of bullshit. It was always fucking rigged. And by her going along with that talking point, it's just so disappointing. I'm so old. I remember. Oh wait, I gotta turn on. Is this live chat? Where are we? Huh? Where am I? What is this? What's going on? Sound like Biden. Crazy ass billionaires are trying to kill us. They don't care. Honestly, Brina, I think there's some population control coming in here. You look at the lack of resources that are going to be available very soon, and the Iran war, and there's no interest in making things better. I think we're in a population control scenario. Just my take. Explore America. He's a bootlicker. I don't even know what you're talking about here. Are you talking about this guy? This bald, ugly motherfucker, Matt Whitaker? Yeah, he's a bootlicker. MAGA men swallow whatever Adolf, Donald, jackass, Hitler, Trump drips down his diaper. Oh, God. Stan Durkel, that's, That's a very vivid mental image, and I'm sorry that I tried to conjure it in my brain. If I could move, I would, but the rich are going worldwide with their destruction. Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, no place is immune to the power of the the oligarch pedo cabal. No place is safe from it. Explore America. Doesn't this channel usually review gay porn videos? Is that why you're always in here? You want to find the best reviewed gay porn? Because I'll tell you, that comes later tonight, sweetie. Check back later around midnight. James, they always take advantage of the American people. Of course they do. That's their goal. Their entire goal is to take capitalism and push propaganda about how great it is, and then when capitalism fails and they have to go to the halls of Congress begging for a fucking handout, like they did after 9/11 with the airlines, like they did in 2008 after the economic crash. Anytime capitalism fails, they got to rely on Big Daddy socialism to bail them out. MAGA men are closet, they crash grinder. Yeah, well, hey, that's why Explore America is here. I mean, he even said he came here specifically to see the gay videos that I review. Where would you even find gay? I mean, the hub? Is there like a gay? What did he? How did he phrase it? Hold on. What did he say? God damn it. Review gay. Oh yeah, so he wanted gay. He wants the hub. He says specifically gay porn. So he just mistaked YouTube for Pornhub, which, you know, very easy to mix up. One starts with a Y, the other starts with a P. He's in the closet. It's not all there yet. He hasn't come to terms with himself. Tell that guy to go to Grindr. I don't think I have to. I'm pretty sure he's already there. He's already there. What always cracks me up about these MAGA pedophiles like Explore America is they get roasted. I put them in timeout because I don't have shit to deal with. I don't have time to deal with their shit. And then they stay in the chat just to watch. I truly have a dedicated group of MAGA pedophiles that are haters. I have you're doing the right thing when the MAGA pedo party are exclusively haters of your channel. They come in every day. I'm doing something right. MAGA means molesters or governing America, and the GOP stands for a gang of pedophiles. So, again, this is why we need to bring back public shaming. Republican Rep. Keene voted against 40 hours of paid medical leave for workers, then took 4 months paid leave himself. 4 months. I don't think the average American gets 4 months of paid leave during their entire life. I don't think most American workers even get 4 months, like, spread out, even unpaid. So this fucking fraud, I'm telling you, we need to just fucking bring back the Cersei walk of shame. Everywhere these people go, bring a bell. Shame, 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 shame. I mean, it's so tough, but we need to have dedicated groups of protesters that just follow these pedophile supporters like Rep. Keene, and everywhere they go outside Congress, just follow them. Hound their ass. First Amendment, motherfucker. Vote them all out. I don't even know where Rep. Keene is from, but it's probably from a gerrymandered pedophile MAGA state. So anyway. And then, of course, rather than focus on the problem of how MAGA and the business pedo cabal are rigging the prices against us, they do this culture war shit here. Texas mother was turned away by 2 different emergency rooms when she sought treatment for a miscarriage 7 weeks into her pregnancy. Even as she developed a fever, writhed in pain, and suffered massive bleeding, she was refused care. Keep in mind, these are the same people that say they have to restrict trans women in women's sports to protect women. Meanwhile, women literally die outside hospitals bleeding to death in their fucking car because of Republican policies. Female mortality is higher in Republican states. Infant mortality is higher in Republican states. Teen pregnancy is higher in Republican states, mostly because they're pedophiles and probably raping those teens. But that's beside the point. This is the shit they want us, and we should be outraged by this, but this is the shit that MAGA pedophiles are trying to, I want to say, I'm not legalized. They want to legislate this problem, a woman having a legitimate medical procedure, so that you don't think about this. It's the whole meme that I put on as the caption for this video. It's like, hey, that foreigner over there wants your cookie, and it's a billionaire with just a stack of cookies behind him. And then, of course, now that all the information is coming out about Trump being a billionaire, which, hey, MAGA, you guys haven't got any of that shit, have you? X has suddenly banned an account documenting Trump's corrupt stock trades, seemingly without explanation. This is just the billionaire. This is now a trillionaire covering for a billionaire. You know, Elon Musk is up on his pedo cabal mountain, like, hi guys down there. Yeah, hi. So don't mind me pissing on you, Jeff Bezos. Just pretend it's rain. But what I'm gonna do is give you a solid right? I'm gonna these communists, the woke mind virus that's like telling people about how evil and corrupt we are and how we're killing people by cutting U.S. aid. I'm gonna just get them off Twitter, okay? I'm gonna get them off Twitter and just make sure that they can't come back. All right? I'm doing you a solid, Bezos. Don't you forget. Don't forget the pedophile in Texas. Oh yeah, you're talking about Ken Paxton, right? I just mailed my ballot. Did you vote for? If I may ask, did you vote for Tallarico? True story. I was kicked out of a restaurant because Trump was going to visit. They asked if I liked him, and I said no. So they booted me out. Yeah, because they didn't want any. Bro, I mean, hey, you do you, but I would have said, oh yeah, sure, I love it. And then he comes in, and I would have just been like, you're a pedophile. You're in the Epstein files more than Harry Potter is in the Harry Potter books. You're a pedophile. There's actually a video of a guy at where Trump went to some kind of, I don't know, auto manufacturing thing, and he heckled the event just saying that Trump is a pedophile. I would have just said, Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he. Just play that on your phone, and then get a lighter. Trump is on the Epstein. The amount of self-dealing is insane, correct? MAGA, what about your Doge checks? Yeah, MAGA, where's your Doge checks? What happened there? You're in Michigan? Okay. Did you, can I ask who you voted for senator? I have my preferred candidate. I just clairvoyance. I want to see where you're at. That's all. Just want to see. No judgment. There will be judgment, but there won't be judgment. I won't give you shit for it. I'll say that. So then, here's the other part. Thank you, Brina. Oh, my God, yes. Abdul El Sayed. Fuck yes. That deserves it. Cheers to that. Cherry Coca-Cola time. Ah, got a piece of orange there. So, Woke 2.0 is coming. It's starting already. Woke 2.0 is coming. It's starting already. Rather than for grounding, I think you meant to say foregoing. Rather than foregoing identity politics, it will push affordability, anti-corruption, anti-Israel. It'll be warm to political violence. Keep in mind, the Republicans are the one pushing violence. The UFC 250 terrorist was Republican. And here they are being against affordability. I seem to remember Trump. I had that whole speech about groceries, bringing prices down, grocery prices down. People don't know that. Grocery, old-fashioned term. This was like their entire thing. And now they're against it, affordability, saying that Biden was corrupt. Anti-Israel, meaning they were anti-war because Kamala would have started a war with Iran. They've just completely flipped. And again, we have MAGA pedophile Eric-C9U3N totally lobotomized himself because now he's in here doing the bidding of Trump, the pedophile, who's been in the Epstein files more than anyone else. And again, these are the people that voted for Trump because affordability, Biden is corrupt, and hey, no more foreign wars. But let's be real, they voted for Trump because he's a pedophile, and Eric-C9U3N is also a pedophile. That's the real reason. They saw a kinship there and were like, that's my guy. That's my guy. He's in the Epstein files. Well, I wanted to be in the Epstein files, but I'm too broke and I can't ever get on the island. So I just gotta do what I just gotta vote for the pedophile, man. I voted for Donald Trump. It's just insane to see how quickly they can turn because they don't believe in anything. Like I said, no one hates their own voters more than Republicans. And that's saying something based on how the establishment acts. Voted all freaking progressive. Good for you, Breen. I'm really glad to hear that. I smell a revolution coming, MAGA, and it's not going your way. God willing. Inshallah. They don't really believe in anything. It's total blind allegiance. That's it. Exactly. The Potato Warrior says bomb Israel? No, dude. The whole fucking point is to get out. Get out of Iran. Don't bother with Israel. Oh, we have a triggered MAGA pedophile. DV_51 says, you're getting doxxed, pal. Okay, what's my address, dude? Please, type it in the chat so that everyone can see. Because I don't think you MAGA pedophiles get it. Like, I have guns. I'm bored, and I have an anger problem. So if you MAGA pedophiles come in here threatening to dox me, threatening to attack me, to murder me, brother, there's a few 80s songs that you should listen to because you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. I have the right to bear arms, and in these arms we'll have guns. The data centers are leaked to Epstein. Brina, where do you get? I mean, I know that a lot, like Peter Thiel is leaked to Epstein, or linked to Epstein. Is that what you mean? You hate Trump because you're gay. I hate Trump because he's gay. Sure, dude, I'm gay. I'm gay for communism. What a dumbass fucking thing to say. I hate Trump because he's a pedophile. You like Trump because you're a pedophile. It's that simple. Mel Gillum 462 says, I get it. You're an idiot. Oh, okay. Where's your Doge check? Hey, Mel, where's your Doge check? Right? Weren't you supposed to get those Doge checks like last year? Year before that? Hey, how's your Bitcoin doing? Are you making billions like Trump is? Are you like number 2 in cryptocurrency like Trump is? He's number 1, you're number 2, right? Hey, how's your job? Have your wages gone up? Right? Yeah, you must have gotten a 50% raise. 100% raise, right? That's what you guys voted for. That's what you got because Trump is doing so good. How's your wages doing, buddy? Handles are dumb 69. In them's arms is soy and your boyfriend's cum. You're goddamn right. Look at these fucking... Oh, I missed a spot. Oh, get that soy cum. Soy cum, yes. Secular talk. What did they say on secular talk? I'm not familiar with that. MAGA men sleep with Trumpy bears. Yeah, it's so funny how these MAGA pedophiles are... Like, their first insult is always about gay. Like, brother, in the year of our Cthulhu, it is 2026. I don't give a fuck if they're gay. I find it funny that it's hypocritical because most of these MAGA pedophiles in the chat are absolutely crashing Grindr when the RNC is in town. But, like, their first insult is always something gay. They can't stop thinking about gay shit. They can't. They are so deep in the closet, they have found the portal to Narnia. I'm not even shitting. Jiggleballs, yes, I remember you. Thank you for coming back. I apologize about yesterday. Thank you so much for coming back. Again, apologies about yesterday. Thank you for coming back. Secular Talk was posting something about it today and that got info from a more perfect union. Well, that's the first that I haven't seen any posts about that. So, Secular Talk tends to be pretty well sourced, so I'm not saying one way or the other, but I haven't seen anything about it. They've been duped but can't face the truth because they're strong. Yeah, they're men. They're men in tights. They're men in tights. And again, this is one of the key issues. So, they want us to be anti-Israel, while Israel is saying shit like this.
הקבינט, ממשלת ישראל, ההנהגה המדינית במדינת ישראל, סירבה לעסקאות מוקדמות יותר, שלמות, בשם אותו ניצחון מוחלט, שעוד פעם, אני חושב שהוא כזב. כך שאני לא חושב שיש פה אמירה רצינית באמירה הזאת. הדחיפה להצעות חלקיות, כשהיה על שולחן הקבינט או על שולחן פורומים כאלה ואחרים בראשות ראש הממשלה, אפשרויות או חלופה של הסכם חלקי ושל הסכם רחב יותר, הבחירה הייתה בהסכם חלקי כדי לאפשר את המשך הלחימה פעם אחר פעם. עכשיו, יש בזה גם היגיון מסוים, אבל אני חושב שאסטרטגית, לנהל את המלחמה במשך למעלה משנתיים, עד שבעצם ממשל אמריקאי כפה עלינו את סיומה, זה לא היה הדרך האופטימלית, לא מבחינת אורך הזמן, המחירים ששילמנו, בכל המובנים ובכל המימדים.
So this is Major General Nitzan Alon, Israel's chief hostage negotiator, says the hostages held by Hamas could have came back alive, but the Netanyahu government repeatedly turned down truce deals on the altar of the lie of total victory. Again, the war was all, under the cover of the war, was all supposed to be about the hostages, and it was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. The government lied to continue a war of genocide, and these creeps want us to be against that. They want us to be against the Epstein class being able to self-deal within the government so they can literally pillage the treasury, which is what's happening. And they want us to be against affordability so that people can afford a house, afford groceries, afford to go on a fucking vacation. Please, I hope these people keep talking because this is not going to go well. So, this was an insane post by Neera Tanden, who I used to respect so much. Look, a poll not by an El Sayed super PAC showing Haley has the better win margin against Rogers because she's against El Sayed. So, Abdul El Sayed beats Rogers by plus 1.1. Stevens beats Rogers by plus 1.4. A 0.3 different. That's not even a rounding error, and the margin of error already is 3.3%. Either of these are a fucking toss-up. And she's favoring the candidate that's up by not even a statistical amount. And this is how blind the centrist establishment Democrats have become, is that they will go for a 0.3% victory rather than ending a genocide and doing what the American people want. Oops, well, let me go back. It shows El Sayed beating Rogers by 1.1% and Stevens beating him by 1.4%. Polling terms, a statistically meaningless difference. This is absolutely correct. Kyle Kolinsky is secular talk. I hope I spelled his name right. I think that's how it's spelled. Americans knew how many of our soldiers are killed by the IDF. Maybe they wouldn't support them. They are bombing Lebanon as we speak. Yeah, not only are our soldiers killed, so are journalists. Oh, we got a triggered mega pedophile. Shanukas says Antifa is a terrorist organization. Says the people that literally tried to overthrow the government because they lost an election. Fuck out of here, pedophile. I think with the intelligence they have, Bibi had to have known about the planned attack and did nothing to prevent it. Look up, God damn it. Look up Project Hannibal, I think it's called. Excuse me, Hannibal Directive, October 7th. And yes, they definitely did know about it. Adolf Dahlin, Jackass Shitler, Trump and MAGA are terrorists, traitors, and Nazi cowards. You're goddamn right, Stan Durko. Shanukas, you are delusional. Read an actual history book. Yeah, truly. Antifa is to be anti-fascist. He's only saying Antifa is a terrorist organization because he's a Nazi, and anti-fascists did this thing called win a fucking war. But hey, Shanusius, congratulations on your second place prize in World War II, loser. Hannibal Directive deactivated in 2016. Not correct, Samson Riddle. It was activated again on October 7, 2023. Lemur of Deaths 10 says, what's your background says? It says anti-fascist action. I'm sure you'll have a totally normal, insane reaction to that. So this also shows how desperate the establishment is to not talk about Israel and the genocide in Gaza.
I talked to Zoran Mondani, the mayor of New York, after 3 primary challengers that he had backed won. And in some of those races, one of them particularly, both candidates I think were quite progressive, this one in Brooklyn. I asked him how central he thought the issue of Israel, the war in Gaza, opposition particularly to the Israeli military campaign in Gaza was, and he seemed to think it was quite central. And I think a lot of people look at this race and say, that's the defining issue. Do you agree that was the defining issue in this race?
Wait for it.
I think it's a defining issue in the sense that you can find, connections to all other kinds of issues depending on what your position is on, what's happening in Palestine right now, the genocide that we are complicit in with our taxpayer dollars that otherwise could be used here at home to build more hospitals, to fund our public education,
Wait for it.
fund.
Beep. This is some CIA shit right here. This is some CIA shit.
I think we may have lost our shot. I wonder if we can
keep seeing this over and over.
She's completely gone.
Every time people try to bring up Gaza on mainstream networks, wow, lo and behold, they just happen to get cut every single time. So weird how that works. Samson Riddle says false. It's not false, dude. It's literally verified by Israel's own words. If you don't want to listen to Israel and their own people, then you're just a fucking idiot. It's the only genocide where the population went up. Holy fuck. You absolutely drank lead today, didn't you? Just couldn't read it. Your head was blocking. Yeah, I got a pretty big noggin, so no matter which way I go, it's going to be blocking it. So you're like pro-socialism? I'm not really into politics. Yes, I am. James, check out Secular Talk today when you get a chance. Cory Booker wants to push Project 2020. I saw Cory Booker's, it's Project 2020. I think they're calling it Project 2029, and it looks stupid as hell. I see it happening also. Israel is not our friend. Correct, Lemur of Death. That is correct. Jack and Coke, if you are pro-union, how are you against the only thing keeping the building trades going right now? Jack and Coke, what are you talking about? The business class are trying to crush the unions. There's a whole new wave of Pinkertons happening right now. What are you talking about, dude? So I love this, by the way. Mahmoud Khalil is not putting up with any shit. Dan Goldman lost his race. Now he's on CNN inventing slurs and tropes I never uttered. I challenged you before at Daniel S. Goldman. Quote one thing I actually said. You won't because you can't. And I'm not surprised by Jake Tapper, who is a Zionist, disgusting, evil human being himself, laundering baseless accusations against me. He's auditioning for the Ellisons to join his mate Barry Weiss. I can understand. Mahmoud Khalil, if he wants to run for politics, he should, because he's got some shit going for him. So, this is Nithya Raman. So, people are calling her LA's Mamdani. Just roll the tape.
Has a new op-ed out today, and it says LA needs to stop the next Mamdani from taking power. It is an author named Shirin Yadigar who says this is about far more than socialism. It's about a worldview that increasingly casts America as the villain, capitalism as inherently oppressive, and Israel, America's closest democratic ally in the Middle East, as uniquely illegitimate. How do you respond to that?
You know, I'm running for mayor of Los Angeles, and people here in this city are not caught up
She
about
is so dead behind the eyes.
or ideologies. They want the city to work for them. That is the change that I'm promising to deliver, exactly as I
You
delivered
can hear how
in my
phony.
district.
She doesn't even believe the
We've
shit she's
reduced
saying.
tents and encampments by
She's just got her talking
54%.
points and she's
In
yapping.
just 3 years, the district feels different than it did when I first started. We've delivered renter protections in a city which is majority renters for residents across the city. In my time in office, we've delivered governance reform. This is the kind of change that people are asking for. This is not about ideology. This is about making a city that really works for working people here in the city of Los Angeles, and that's what I'm committed to delivering.
But do you consider yourself a capitalist?
You know, we are in a capitalist system. It's a city government. It's the role.
How could you not have a better prepared answer for something like that? Jesus Christ. She's doing what all politicians do. She's trying to give out a bunch of talking points that don't offend anybody. This is focus group talking points. Nithya Raman makes J.D. Vance look like Prince Charming. J.D. Vance may be a black hole of charisma. Nithya Raman is where, like, she's taking a DeLorean back to the past so that charisma can have no future. That's what she is doing here. That's how fucking bad this interview was. I just don't see it. I don't see any of her appeal. Data centers are what you think are keeping brother. Holy shit, you have no idea what you're talking about. Those contracts, majority, are not being done by unions. Those contracts, majority, are done by billionaires who have made their entire career fighting unions. I'm sorry, Jack and Coke 39. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about here. So I couldn't remember if it was probably 28 or 29. Yeah, it's 29. I like capitalism, but Israel needs to F off. There's a reason they were kicked out of, what, 30 countries? Yeah, well, it's because they're a government of pedophiles and rapists. Israel is a terrorist organization, correct? She is APAC calling BS on her. She is like Newsom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Nithya Raman is just Newsom light, in my opinion. I think we're stupid and we don't see through their BS, but we do. J.D. Vance needs a new couch to hump. He doesn't need a new couch to hump. He's got Erica Kirk. She's his new couch. He makes her wear a pillow over her face. Can you please put these cushions on your breasts and on your belly so I can't see any bit of human flesh? I just want to pretend I'm fucking this couch again. Ted Cruz in 2011, before he felt the need to pander to the xenophobic right, the 14th Amendment provides for birthright citizenship. I've looked at the legal arguments against it, and I will tell you, as a Supreme Court litigator, those arguments are not very good. As much as someone may dislike the policy of birthright citizenship, it's in the Constitution. Again, these people don't believe in anything. That's why they come across as so phony when you actually press them on issues. That's why they have to lie when you press them on issues. Same with Nithya Raman. She doesn't believe in anything. She believes in getting elected and saying whatever she has to do to get elected. That's the whole point. So when they say this is what where Ted Cruz was just barely 10 years ago, until he had to pander to the MAGA right, and now he's saying humming a totally different fucking tune. Also, we cannot forget immigrants' arrests surged to 10,000 in 5 days as ICE clamps down. I was not aware of any of this shit. I'm not. Well, I can't really say too much, but I'll just say that the activism has been lower because I'm just not hearing about this, and this is devastating because I can be helping out, but I'm just not hearing about people doing the work. Erica Kirk had Charlie killed to keep her affair with J.D. Vance. Jesus, that's dark. Man, I have to say, we might not agree 100% of things, but damn it, you're fair and reasonable. It's refreshing to see. Thank you, Lemur of Death. I really appreciate that. I do try. You know, if you come in, here's the thing: if you come in here and you stand by what you believe in and you don't flip flop, right? Like if I had Mr. Jiggleballs, like I made a mistake with his, but he was saying, you know, Nancy Pelosi was an insider trading and she should be jailed. And I was like, okay, so you say the same thing about Trump, right, with all his insider trading, and he agreed. So if you come in here in good faith, even if I disagree with you, I'll still give you the opportunity. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt if you come in here in good faith. Unless you're just a full-blown Nazi and you're just saying slurs in my chat, and then I'll just kick you right the fuck out. They believe in power and self-enrichment, but other than that, they don't believe in anything. Yep. Fuck, I'm running short on time. The city did nothing for us. Report shows unhoused people in LA relied on mutual aid during 2025. A report published in June 26 found that mutual aid groups, not local government, largely supported unhoused people after the January 2025. This is crucial because Karen Bass is trying to whitewash her entire disastrous response. And Karen Bass is a Democrat, quote unquote. She's not. She's a fucking centrist establishment hack. I don't even know if she's Republican or Democrat. She just believes in power. I guess that makes her more right-leaning. But she's trying to whitewash everything and saying the city was super supportive of the people, and they were not. They were not. The city was going to these mutual aid groups, begging them for help, begging them for equipment. All right, so it wouldn't be a live stream of mine if I didn't cover all the MAGA pedophile shit. Republican pastor in local Santa was caught trying to have sex with a child during an undercover trafficking sting. He has been charged with several felonies, including human trafficking. Jesus, he was a local Santa. Fucking A. 46-year-old South Carolina MAGA who, whoa, that sounded like a slur, who, what's up, my MAGA, who made his Christian faith and family values a core part of his public persona on social media, Leo Lopez III, has been found guilty of sexually abusing his son and severely physically abusing his care. An Elkins, West Virginia pastor who wore a freedom shirt similar to the one Charlie Kirk was wearing when he was killed, Kevin Curtis Jones, has been formally indicted by a grand jury on multiple child sex crimes. Bible-thumping 26-year-old Trump supporter Dakota Stidham of Orleans, Indiana, is facing 2 counts of child molestation and 1 count of dissemination of matter harmful to minors. And you know what? Not a single trans person. It's actually kind of amazing. Other than Peter Thiel, I don't think, and I actually didn't know Peter Thiel was gay. Other than Peter Thiel, I don't think there's a single gay person named in the Epstein files. Why does he look like Ryan Dunn here a little bit? With the hat when he had hair. That's fucking weird. What did I miss? Dissenters, even though we say no. Yeah, James, protest could be censored on YouTube to make us think it's not happening. Yeah, it's happening in the corporate media too. They're trying to censor all the, and they just don't cover it. They don't cover protest events. Because the establishment is like, you guys are still upset about Israel. Where's all the protests about ICE? Bitch, we're out here. We are out there. We're doing the fucking work. I do know some activists that are out there, and I see some footage of it happening. It's not nearly in the amount because simply there's no coordination from leadership. The unions are not helping. The politicians are not helping. A lot of the local organizations are trying to focus on other shit. And that's not all their fault. Their hands are full. But it's just simply there is a coordinated effort from the Trump pedo regime to corporate media, which is being bought up and eaten by the billionaires who are not on our side. They're the enemies of America, to make sure that we cannot protest. And it doesn't help that the economy is in the shitter. So taking a day off work or if you're unemployed to go protest kind of changes things. Keep up the great work. I have to go. Thank you, Stan Durko. Pleasure. Hope. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you're still here. Whatever happened to the kids? Trump flew off in the middle of the night. No one ever talks about it anymore. If I remember, well, the last I heard about it, they were ordered to bring them back. Whether that actually happened or not is an open question. I don't know. So I want to get down to some funny shit. So I don't know if this was staged, but that's incredible. Like, it can't be staged, right? This looks like security footage. No, it's someone holding a camera. That's just incredible to see. That's absolutely incredible. I love these kind of videos. Not only does he give the side eye, he gives the huff. They never brought the kids back. Yeah, I wish I could say more, but that does not surprise me, and that's why we need to prosecute everybody in this regime. I'm not even kidding. Everyone responsible in that needs to be prosecuted.
Am I blocking this?
I think that's a no.
Nice try.
Am I blocking this?
Am I blocking this?
No notes. 10 out of 10. This is perfect, by the way. With the Interstellar theme, it's so good. Look at that. He's got like 10 feet in the air. Look at that shit. I mean, that swing set's got to be at least six and a half feet. Bro got launched. The Interstellar theme added is just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love clips from Lethal Company too.
Let me just fill this in there. There we go. It's time to go.
Like that.
Time to go.
Why? What?
That scream. Oh my god, that scream was so perfect, dude. Wow. That was incredible to see. I want to get clips like that. I'm working on it. One of these days. I got to do some more repo stuff. Okay, well, I think I got to go anyways. I'm out of time here. So thank you all. Please like, subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. That's the one that's most important. I'm trying to build my following there. Thank you all so much. Big thank you to Kitty Lifestyle-E2E, Brina1214. Thank you guys so much for being here. Stan Durko115, good seeing you as well. Mr. Jiggleballs, of course, thank you. Lemur of Death 10. Thank you guys for entertaining in the chat, staying up to it. Appreciate it. Gotta go.